Okay. Welcome, everybody.
Hola.
Hola.
Sí,
Okay,
señor.
so I feel like, Tydrana, you are louder than normal. Turn you down a
Wow.
little.
Shut up, Tide Runner. Jeez.
No, just
Yeah.
don't
Catch you later, guys.
like that.
Play the
Just
outro
gotta turn
music.
down the volume, Jesus.
Somebody silence him.
Fucking clip, Jesus.
I feel like everybody's loud today.
No, that's definitely Clint's side. Like he was
Okay.
definitely louder for me
Hey,
too.
Crumble. That was a very cute intro.
Hey, Crumbs is here.
Hey.
Welcome everybody to State of Anarchy, a homebrew D&D campaign set in a fun little world of Avani. It is great to have you here. We are here every week.
Is this world called Avani?
It is called Avani,
Yeah.
yes.
How do I play two games in this world? I've never known the name of it.
It's because the name is interchangeable. The world that you're playing in on the Monday game is called, in its current form, is called Azuria, and then a huge world event happens which leads to the world itself changing. So, but the world as a whole is called Avani. So, yeah. Ha 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 ha. Now you know. And technically, the plane you're actually playing this game in is called Feawir, and the plane you're playing the Monday game in is called Enthalamir. And
I knew Anthalamir. Also, that was me yelling from the other room.
And Hell is Nethreg. So, if anyone didn't know, there we go. Welcome. If you want to find out more about this world, join my map building streams in which I can, if you are interested, talk about that kind of stuff. Or, if you're one of my players, learn all of the tricks and traps that I'm putting into the game for you. So, I'm looking at you for that one, Tide Runner.
Wow.
Calling you out.
Oh my god, you've been so loud, Tide Runner. Shh.
I'm here.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no! Well, thank you. Hell is your current existence, Evil One. Everyone give some sympathy to Evil One. He is currently down with the COVID for the first time.
Sucks shit.
For the first time.
Wow.
Hope you get better soon. I'm
You're
sorry that you feel bad.
Yeah, I hope you
So-
feel better soon,
No,
man.
Craig laughs at me every time I get sick. Like, it's karma time now. I'm healthy for once. That was me touching wood.
You're not going to become midnight when you're hammered. So unfortunately we don't have you tried just not having COVID? So we are out without Tyrant Dungeon. Unfortunately, Blake, you've just lost 10 gold, by the way.
I don't listen to the rules of Craig. Plus 10 gold.
You do follow the rules of Craig.
No, I don't.
Yes,
Make me.
You follow the rules of the server, though.
Yeah.
The stream.
Fight me. Someone will physically have to take this gold from my cold, dead hands.
Okay, so aim this session, kill Blake.
Also, I will in a minute. I'm using the cool little fucking graph strength thingy with my right hand, so I can't use my mouse at the moment. But
No,
yes, I will.
that is A-okay. So, for anyone who wants to as well, if you have the channel points, we do have rewards in the actual channel points that you can actually gift the players gold, take gold from the players, or give them inspiration if you so choose. So that is entirely up to you if you want to do that. So if you like what we do, the group of people here do various streaming things. You can find all that information down in my About section down below. If you want to catch up on these streams and want to actually watch the game from its inception, you can find all of those in the State of Anarchy playlist on my YouTube channel of the same name, Boomeadow. If you want to leave comments on them for myself or the players, feel free to do so. Or you can reach out to me at my Twitter, BooberryMeadow, so that you can, get in contact and, give some advice or anything like that. So, we do tend to interact with chat as well, even during the game, because you are kind of like players at the table. So feel free to chat, say hi, make comments and things like that. Otherwise, do you want to jump in, guys? Do we want to start?
Yeah, I think so.
Because apparently Uzu has places to be.
Oh my god, I've come from a 21st to be here with the fan bam, and you're going to put shit on me.
Okay, so what happened last week?
Oh, I can give you the rundown. We are.
Oh, yes, I would love to hear the rundown from you.
Oh, I know you would. Let me just fucking get close to the mic. So we decided, you know what we need as adventurers? Money. And we were like, you know how we're going to get money? We're going to find some cats. So we went out, we went looking for some cats. We found good old Professor Smells chasing a laser pointer. We chased down a man with a laser pointer. We followed him into the tunnels where we met a bloke who was, whistling. He promised not to stab me, so that was a really good move on his part because I really didn't feel like being stabbed. We continued down these tunnels. I took a swim in some shitty water. Crisis committed war crimes and then proceeded to be like, but why? It's okay. He threw a rock at me. I should be allowed to commit war crimes. The party had a real hard think about what it means to just actually be friends with Crisis at this point. We talked our way into, Hasa talked his way into buying a whole bunch of cats. So Hasa, while just swimming in pussy, we proceeded to leave the cave. I got lost, met a crazy lady who was really into plants, met a man who was really into digging through your dreams, and then we exited into the bright sunlight, and that was the end of the session. Don't all clap at once.
I'm very impressed with that. Sorry, I had myself muted because you do not need to hear me eating a donut.
Thanks, Clint. I always appreciate you the most.
So, very impressed with that. I'm impressed that, that Crisis had his most American moment to date last session.
Not a war crime, by the way.
100% a war crime.
Well,
There are no Geneva Conventions here.
It was a hate crime, I tell you that much.
Well,
it happened to him and he hated it.
You have damaged the city's infrastructure. You did some stuff. I mean,
the only way it could be more American is if you actually drone strike that poor kobold.
I wish I had Evil One's soundboard right now.
Bomb them, keep bombing them.
Yep. So, with that, the group ascends from the sewers in slightly worse conditions. Rock, paper, grenade launcher. In slightly worse conditions than when you went in. Blake, your car is still wherever you left it. Because Hasa could not drive it. So if you left it in the middle of an intersection, it is still there.
No, I pulled it over to the curb. I'm not an idiot.
So you climb out of the manhole. Blake, your normally crisp, pristine fur is looking like you have gone for a wonderful mud bath. There are little bits stuck to your clothes. Your enhanced senses cannot smell anything beyond your own filth.
I reek.
You do.
I am a stanky, stanky boy.
Roll me a con save.
Oh, don't make me vomit. I'm vomiting.
Your stomach rolls. It is up to you whether you vomit. It wasn't a nat one. I only make you vomit on a nat one. But you feel incredibly nauseous and your stomach rolls.
I hate it here. I hate it here so much.
So, you are followed up out of the manhole by the red tiefling gentleman. He's like, so, do you want to follow me back to my place, or?
Do you have a shower at your place?
Well, of course, I live there.
I'm just making sure I need a shower.
And you don't have prestidigitation?
I don't know what that word means. I just want to have a shower.
I assumed you were an adventurer, and most adventurers usually have magic to, clean themselves up.
Blake, it's like the Swiss Army knife of of cantrip spells.
Yeah, well, I hate to tell you, but I don't. Because I just checked my spell list.
Does Blake carry around a little like piece of paper that he reviews?
Yeah,
every
I
day
do.
of
Thank
his
you very
spells?
much.
I know.
What did I study last night? Cure wounds. I'll use
Unless you can do it, Tiefling Man, that would be wonderful. Otherwise, I need to use your shower.
that. Oh, well, you can certainly come back to my place and use my shower. I'm okay with that if you want.
As long as everyone else is, I'm perfectly okay with that. As creepily as you said it.
It's up to you. I mean, you're about to get stoned in my living room, so. Well, if you're following me, come follow me and let's drink some tea. He puts his hands in his
Alright.
pockets and starts
After
whistling
you.
as he walks away. Heading
I
back towards the
stay,
university.
I try to stay downwind from the party.
There is
Rick will
no-
actually walk beside you because he's in the same condition.
Rick,
Why
are we
did-
really getting stoned with this guy?
What's he, some sort of dream person? How's that gonna fix anything?
I don't know. I think we're going digging in Crisis's mind, and that's a pretty scary place, isn't it?
After what we just saw, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, just making sure. Like, should we all get stoned, or should one of us not get stoned to make sure he doesn't like drug us and I don't know, sell us?
Take our kidneys.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe one of us should stay awake, so to speak.
Okay. Well, how about you all get stoned while I have a shower?
How's that gonna help us if you're in the shower?
Well, of every movie I've ever seen, they take the kidneys out in the bathtub, and if I'm in there, I'm sure I'll notice him taking the kidneys out.
What if you're the first? Because everyone's out cold.
Damn it, that's a good idea. Fuck. Harsa, you know this guy, don't you?
Yes and no.
That wasn't a very straightforward answer.
No, it's not like I know his comings and goings in daily routine.
Is he gonna steal our kidneys?
Not likely. He's more of a healer than a harmer.
Okay. Well, if I'm gonna stay awake, can I at least hold the grenade launcher? Crisis. Can I hold the grenade launcher while you have a nap?
Nah.
Well, I don't think you really need to have it anymore.
No, it's mine.
Also, I remember something in your conversation while we were down there about him splitting the cost, therefore splitting ownership.
Oh, that's right. I paid for some of it. I want to hold the grenade launcher.
Until you've been properly trained on how to utilize grenade launcher, no, you can't.
You mean
use
shooting
it.
at civilians?
Point and click.
Okay.
Don't
Hold
I
the
just
fuck up.
grenade? Don't I just grenade anyone who throws a rock at me?
I ain't never lied to you that I don't believe in half measures with y'all, right?
He's
Been saying that from day one. Y'all don't choose to take me serious on that.
He did say that. I've got to. As much as I think it was overkill, I've got to bet he did say, "I don't fuck around."
Like it's kind of a common thing in Thalamir of extreme reactions like that. Apparently to y'all,
I mean, I haven't seen bloody Rick blow anyone up.
right? Because Rick is a detective, and detectives have a hard time interrogating dead bodies.
It is true. So, let's get going.
On the road again.
As we're walking, I'll pull Blake down to my height.
Just wait for him to go to sleep, then take the grenade launcher.
Okay. but also I promise I'm not going to shoot it. Because, I mean, he is kind of right. I've never been properly trained on how to use a grenade launcher.
Just put it off to the side. I don't want
mean,
to go and trigger happy in his sleep.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea, actually, Rick. What are we doing with all these kittens, by the way? Do we still have to be whispering? I don't think it really matters if he hears that we've got kittens. He can probably see them.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
As you're saying this, the cats are doing that winding dance around Haas's feet as he walks.
They just maypoled him.
Yeah, pretty much. They seem to be meowing in such a way, too, that there seems to be some kind of unison to the way that the cadence and unison in the way that the cats are meowing and calling to each other.
They've gained intelligence. They're onto us.
Now that I look at some of these, a fair few of them are missing like colors and such. It's no guarantee that most of them have owners. If any of you actually want one.
No,
Hell
don't bring a cat along. We already got a pet dandelion. We don't need kittens.
Is Haas, are you carrying one?
No, Breeze has got one.
Breeze has got one. I know Breeze has got one.
Yeah, no. Haas is gonna look for like a Maine Coon if there's any like something like that.
Oh, you won't miss a Maine Coon. I'd be riding it.
Well, they're not all like full grown, are they? There's some that are like younger and shit. So.
Well, no, they're different sizes of cats, like regular cats, and a Maine Coon is not a small cat. Rick would be riding it.
That's what I'm asking. You keep saying kittens, so I'm like, are there actually grown cats, or are they all kittens? Or are
No,
they
most of
mixed?
them, judging from the posters, most of them are supposed to be grown cats.
Right. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna look for like I don't know, like a Maine Coon, British Blue, that kind of thing. Are there either of those kinds of breeds there?
Let me have a look. Where is my appropriate dice? She says, trying to find that.
Yeah, there's a saber-tooth, and there's a panther, and there's a cougar, and... Oh yeah, there's a Maine Coon. Which one do you want?
What are those ones that are like the not the Persians, but like the other villain cats that you would see?
Ragdolls.
No, ragdolls.
Oh
are
my
too
god,
cute.
May hits it with a purple heart
Um,
super react.
It's like a Rex or something.
That's a T-Rex, dude. That's a dinosaur.
Devon,
No.
Devon Rex. That's it. Yeah, Devon Rex.
Devon Rex are like a hairless breed.
Nope.
Well, they're not.
They're not
hairless.
technically
they're
hairless.
not completely hairless. They're just
They've got very
like, curly
short,
hair.
very tight curled, yeah. So yeah, there is one, a very slinky malinky kind of one with gingerish fur.
All right. Yeah, he's
got
holding
the
that one.
skinny. He's got the wrinkles.
He's holding that one then.
Blake, you're watching as these cats are weaving around Hasa, and there is a method to their weaving. They are circling him, and every now and then one will dart between Hasa's legs. And the way that they're responding to each other, they're making similar noises just over and over and over again. And as they're doing this, Blake, just roll me a perception as you're looking at the cats.
Oh my god, the cats have a hive mind.
Blake, as you're watching them, and you can hear them going brow, 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 brow as they're circling, you watch as every now and then one will just look at you and you'll catch a kind of a green glint to their eyes as they lock eyes with you.
fucking hate cats. I show my teeth.
Roll me intimidation.
I'm about as intimidating as I am perspective.
As you turn and bare your teeth, you watch as all of their fur puffs. They arch and they all just kind of in unison look at you and just yowl. Including the one in Haas's arms. They all look at you like in a snap and do the cat yowl of Rawr.
Oh, bugger off, you little pests. You stay on your side, I'll stay on my side. We don't have to like each other. Just have to get you home.
You watch as they slowly depuff and go back to casting the ritual on Haasa.
Hey, buddy. Those cats are doing weird shit at your feet.
Cats are always doing weird shit.
Alright, if you blow up because of some ritual spell, not my problem.
I'm gonna sort of look down and sort of assess what's going on here. Is there any kind of arcane nature to this with what
Roll
Blake
me an
has just said?
Arcana.
Can I help him at all?
How would you like to assist?
I would like to be like, dude, they're literally chanting and walking in circles at your feet. That if that's ain't a ritual, I don't know what is.
I mean, that's what caused him to look at it in the first place, is him saying, like, ritual of some kind. Like, if it's an actual ritual, he's going to try and assess it, so...
Like, I want to be blatantly obvious that they are doing the exact same thing. They're walking in patterns and they're chanting.
Yep. So you can definitely look down and you can have advantage on the roll.
Alright. Nat 20.
But I'm a helpful chap.
They are definitely doing something, Haasa. You're kind of trying to figure out what the nature of it is, and as you're watching them, you start to notice the pattern that it seems to be. And you've seen you've seen symbols like this that you've needed to do for various items that you've crafted, and you start to realize that they are casting a spell that forms will open a gateway.
A spell that'll open a gateway.
Yep.
Can I understand the nature of the gate, perhaps? Like, is it interplanar? Is it... like, am I going to be sent to a different plane if I stay here?
Is it temporal?
Yeah, is it time, space, planar?
You do realize, as you've been walking and they've been casting, you can see that you are starting to decorporealize.
Oh no, awesome.
Not feeling so good, Mr. Stark?
Don't touch the walls. I'll take your fingers.
As for anyone who has seen the videos, basically as you've been walking along, you've slowly been fading. So if anyone was to watch you through CCTV, you would eventually vanish.
Okay, if he start to vanish and I'm looking straight at him.
Well, are you still walking?
No, actually, no. If they're doing shit and I have to analyze it, he would probably just stop in case he misses something.
They are still circling, but there is a slight translucence to your extremities, but in stopping, it's not getting any lighter. You're not getting any more see-through.
Right, so the walking is somehow aiding their ritual.
Told you it was a ritual.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. I don't exactly have anything to figure out why, but
Hey, Breeze, is your cat doing any weird things? Haas has got ghost legs.
What? I look at my cat.
It looks up at you with its very bright blue large eyes and just kind of like bats at the end of your braid that's hanging over your shoulder.
It's being a little baby. It's being a tiny little baby is what it's being.
If a cat could give a contented grin and it's vibrating in your arms as it's purring with its full body.
yeah, I don't want to overload your arms, so you can. Blake, do you mind holding this one? And he holds out the Devon Rex.
No. Nope.
Okay. Breeze, do you mind having two? Yeah.
I get the
Okay.
right.
All right. He's gonna try and pick one up that's doing the ritual.
As you go to pick it up, it's like its middle stretches.
It's finishing.
Doing
Its
a
feet are
big
still on.
stretch.
Its feet are still on the ground, but you know the way that you go to pick up a cat, and when they don't want to be picked up, it's like there's more cat than there needs to
They
be.
become slinky.
Yeah.
But like, do they still have legs on the ground if I'm standing up picking this thing up? Like, I'm not. If it's gonna keep walking, I'm gonna keep trying to pick it up. Like, is it gonna keep stretching?
Well, no. Eventually, it does run out of cat stretch. So.
Oh my god.
As he holds it up, Blake, you can see that this cat looks unimpressed. It has full grumpy cat face as its little front legs are like straight out and its back legs are just hanging down, and it's like, I do not want this.
That serves you right, kid. You shouldn't have been casting ghost leg rituals. I knew cats were evil.
Does it seem like the ritual has been interrupted at all, or?
Yes, you have become fully corporeal again.
All right. I'm going to just try something real quick. I'm going to put it back down and wait,
Yeet
like,
the
see
cat.
if it starts again.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, damn. Okay. All right. Never mind. I start walking again.
Whatever you had done, they had been doing, because you've disrupted it, the cats just look at you grumpy, and one of them just flops over on its side and just it has given up. All of the cats around you have just given up all fucks.
Well, I don't exactly have anything to communicate with them on me, so unless any of you have a means of speaking with animals.
I mean, I can speak fox, but not really the same family.
Hey, wait, doesn't your moth, Breeze, doesn't it do the whole mind talking thing?
I mean, I can ask her. I don't know if she can speak to cats.
Yeah,
Not
it's
just.
worth a shot.
Yes. Can you speak to cats?
I can speak telepathically.
Can you maybe ask, and I point to the ground cats, what ritual these cats were trying to conduct?
I can ask if you want.
Yes, please. It would be greatly appreciated.
I mean, they won't necessarily answer.
I know cats. But
Okay.
There's a moment that passes.
Apparently, they were taking their servant.
So they were going home and taking their servants with them.
Going home.
Apparently, they needed a new servant for the fish.
Do they live at the docks? Are they fisher? Do they usually have a fisherman servant at the coast?
Noctis pauses again.
No. Apparently,
Well,
it is their subjects' duty to serve.
Oh, cats are
Even-
pretentious.
You can't hear this, so unless that's you in real life saying that.
That was me in real life.
Leave cats alone. We're not friends anymore.
Oh.
Even Kevin.
Even Kevin.
Especially Kevin.
What about Baby?
Especially Baby.
And Mr. Scrumps? Not you, Mr. Scrumps.
Reese has named every cat.
No, they're the ones that were lost. They're the ones that we had to return.
Apparently, Mr. Scrumps had to kill his last slave.
Oh my god. The dark cat law.
Antoine Ducasse?
He refused to get up to get foods, so he ate him.
Hit him with a grenade launcher, the crisis special.
Okay, just because the last notice does say missing Mr. Scrubs. If found, please return to Antoine Ducasse. I was like, Antoine Ducasse? He ate him?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Can we call the number? Can we call the number for Antoine Ducasse on my what can we call it? My EU?
Yes, sir.
My EC?
Yeah, you can certainly do that. You ring the number.
Okay.
It rings. It rings out.
Oh. No, these evil cats.
Mr. Scrumps is looking at you from his cat-loafed position on the pavement.
I
There's
hang
a
up.
glower.
Oh god. I will
Who you
kill.
calling, Briggs?
I'm sorry. Just to let you know, because you can't hear what the moth's saying, that the cats were taking Castle with them to be their new servant for the fish, and they ate. Sometimes they had to eat their past owners because they didn't get them food quickly enough.
I lean
So
over
just
and I
call-
give Pastor a little jab in the shoulder. I'm like, I told you it was bad news.
Yeah, no, clearly, but I'm still kind of curious of where they were taking. Like, I know they were.
So
Which
they
cats have
were
eaten their
taking
owners?
Mr. Scramps. That's what I was
No.
calling Antoine Ducasse.
But who posted the...
Who posted the posters?
You
Maybe
look
that's
down,
Lauren.
you look down at Mr. Scrumps, who is glowering at you.
Who's
Look
gonna
like this.
pay us is the real question.
That's also a problem. Does it look like Mr. Scrump created the fucking posters himself?
Roll me.
We go back to the
Roll me
poster,
an
we read it
insight.
over.
Can we
Can I
all
roll
roll
an
inside?
advantage because of the moth and the help? The
Sure.
moth- Yeah.
Can we all roll? Now we're all just questioning these cats.
15.
Oh, nat 20! What are
There
these
we-
cats up to?
Breeze, you have your suspicions, judging by the fact that Mr. Scrumps is just glowering at you. Blake?
Yeah, no one's gonna believe me because I hate the cats.
Blake, he totally wrote it. For what purpose, you don't know, but he did it. He did it.
Makes sense.
Hasa...
Pastor doesn't even know there's cats.
Hasa
Those
and
cats?
Crisis.
What?
Hasa and Crisis, these cats, no, they're cats. Don't be ridiculous. Whereas,
Seem like cats to me.
Rick, these are, well, to your knowledge, these are fey cats, so anything's possible. Did they
Yeah.
commit a murder?
Oh, is it the murder she wrote?
Well, that
about-
would give him an alibi, wouldn't it?
What about my 15?
You're 15. You, judging by the look on Mr. Scrump's face, there's a little bit too much cunning to his little beady
Okay,
eyes
Mr.
as he's
Scrumps,
looking
nice
at you. His tail
Alright.
is twitching. He is irate as he
I
is
know what
looking
you're like, Mr. Scrumps, but Kevin's different. I'm gonna call Kevin's owner because he's a sweet boy, very affectionate, and he escaped when the door was open. So I'm just gonna call Kevin's owner 920-666. Oh God, it was right there, 666.
I would like to, like, when for that nap, I lean over and I'm like yelling over the top of Rick. He did it! He did it! I know he fucking did!
As you do that, you look at Kevin, and Kevin just gives you the dopiest look.
Oh, Kevin.
His little tongue's poking out a little bit out of his mouth as he just looks at you a little bit cross-eyed.
I'm gonna call all of the owners and just see if any of them pick up.
Do any of the cats have opposable thumbs? Craig would like to know. God damn it, check the paws, Harsa!
Well, they could be polydactyls. So there are actually cats that do
Damn
have
it, there is a
thumbs.
boy cats and girl cats.
No, there
No,
are...
it's into multiple cats at once.
No. Polydactyls are actually real world in real
Oh,
world.
that's like the pterodactyl.
We know
No,
what polydactyl
they're a real world cat, and they do have thumbs. So there you go.
I don't know. This is like those
Mr.
cats.
Scrumps a polydactyl.
Yes, he is.
I start to really not believe your cat facts after you told me they can teleport through dimensions.
Polydactyl, it basically just means they have extra little fingers.
Yeah, they got
basically.
little thumb nubs, yeah. However, Kevin's just looking at you. He's a little bit dopey. But as you ring the numbers, Breeze, all of them ring out.
And I'm going to look at Mr. Scrumps. I'm going to say, look, we were promised. We technically found you. And you wrote the sign that if and somehow got it to the whatchamacallit, somehow got it to the guild, that if you were found, we would be paid. So, are you going to honor your promise? Because promises are important.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
There's a moment of pausing, because obviously you're discussing through the moth. She goes,
Oh, thank God.
Noctis goes,
Oh, I thought the cat just spoke. I was going to roll to make sure I didn't just punt one of these kittens as far away as possible.
Noctis is fluttering near you, and Noctis goes,
Apparently, the payment was going to be the reward of serving your true masters.
Yeah, but that's not what was given to the guild. That's not what the payment we took the job under. It was a certain amount of gold that we took the job for. So,
Apparently, that is what gets the servants to come, and then they fall for the eyes.
yes. But luckily,
you look down at the cat in your arms, who's just rolls a little and does another little pat on your braid.
Okay, but still, a promise was made. They were found.
Kevin comes
And
up.
we are owed gold.
Kevin comes up and headbutts your ankle and rubs his body along your ankle.
No! We were promised gold, and they said that they
They're
have to honor the
strong.
promise. They have to honor the promise. They have to honor the promise.
Can we hear you? Are you saying this out loud, Breeze? or
Yeah,
just-
I'm saying this out loud.
So we're not getting paid.
Breeze.
They were the ones who set the job, so they have to honor the promise. Promise is important here. Promise is
Crisis.
important here.
You know what to do. They've thrown a metaphorical rock at you, Crisis.
No, they have to
I
honor the
will
promise.
open the breach and let the empty grenade shawl fall out and clang on the ground. I want my fucking money.
As the grenade shell falls on the ground with a clatter and it bounces, you watch as Kevin pounces over to it and starts playing with it.
I knew it. Kevin's the demolitions expert.
He licks his lips as he somehow rebuilds the grenade.
Well, actually, technically, right? The guild would have the money because the guild keeps the money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
I'm
wouldn't
gonna
allow a
I'm
job
saying-
to be posted
I
without
say,
money.
I say, sorry, Dream Guy. We're gonna pop to the guild just to get our money.
Do we
With
have to
that,
give the guild the cat's butt?
give the guild
Can't-
the cat's butt.
We just need to tell them the situation.
Yeah, this is. I feel like the guild should know about these rambunctious cats that are just causing all sorts of issues. Also, why didn't we just let them eat them?
You watch as Mr. Scrumps, finally, you watch as he sighs and he stands up on his hind legs.
Oh, I don't like this.
He reaches into a pocket in his pants.
Nice fur
He
coat.
has
Thanks, it has
pants?
pockets.
Wait, hang on. He has fucking pants?
No, he reaches into his fur pocket.
I hate this. His old prison pocket.
No, he's got pockets like on his where you would have them on pants. And you watch as he pulls out a pair of overalls, he pulls them on and clips on the little bib piece. He's like, all right.
Rick, have we started tripping already? You see this too, right?
Maybe.
He looks at Mr. Scrumps looks at all the other cats. All right, clear out. They're onto us. Go. I'll call you later. Jimmy,
Arthur,
stay out
do
of
not let go.
catnip.
Do not let go of those leads.
Is this normal for cats here?
No.
So it depends. And do I get the idea that these aren't like caged sheep, right? These aren't those.
He doesn't have the colouring to be a Kate Sheen, no.
Okay. All right. Well, there's not some cats, but not nobody these cats.
Are royal cats able to do this? I've never seen a cat stand up and put overalls on.
Look.
I let go of the cats in my arms.
Don't let them go, because...
No, that's fine. That's fine. They're fine. Kevin, go home. Go.
No.
Look.
You're coming with us?
No, it's fine. I'm going to pay you. It's fine.
I don't care. You're now a suspect in a murder.
Wait. Oh, God. Of course I didn't kill my owner. I don't have an owner. I have a mortgage, but I don't have an owner.
So you do have an owner. It's called the bank.
Was there ever an Antoine de Cast?
I am Antoine de Cast.
I knew it.
Yeah, maybe he's his evil twin brother.
Hey, listen. I don't care who you are. I want my money.
Yeah, fine. I get it. The little lady's right. You know, it was
The
a
little lady's always right.
It was a binding contract. I've got to adhere to it. But, you know, usually it works for a while. They come, they join us, they serve us, and then they clear out. It's fine. But you're right. I'll give you your money. God, you lot are suspicious.
We're suspicious?
Yeah?
Rick, did that talking cat just call us suspicious?
I mean, I don't want to give you hints on how to do it better next time, but you probably should have waited until he was a little bit away from us, not made him disappear right in front of somebody else.
I mean, eventually he would have just kept walking through the temporal gate.
I'm gonna need the pattern for that, by the way. That was a pretty cool trick.
Yeah, it is, but you don't have the magic. You don't have catechin magic.
That sounds
Not
like
yet.
a made-up word.
Look, it's something we can do to lure people through. No, not Kevin. Kevin's a few anchovies short of a can. He just kind of follows along with the rest of the group.
I can't believe that cats are pro-slavery.
Not slavery, no.
Like kidnapping. Oh, my bad.
Indentured servant.
Exactly. We pay them in loves and affections, food and shelter, as long as they serve us.
I thought the Dream Man was going to be the weirdest thing we dealt with today.
He's not
Don't be
weird.
weird.
There's a perfectly respectable overalls.
Give it time.
I slip Rick 1 gold because I'm sure we made a bet about what was the weirdest thing we were going to see today.
All right. You watch as he pulls out a coin pouch. How much do I owe y'all?
What was the bounty, everybody? Just out of, it was like a couple of hundred for each one, I think.
I mean, Haas is our fearless manager.
Oh, we're going back to that. Okay. All right, let me go get the fucking.
I think it was like 150 gold each or something like that.
Well, the quest book thing is buried in all these folders. I have no idea where the fucking. There they are. Lost notice. Right.
But the lost notices don't say the bounty on.
You're right. They don't. Never mind. That was a lot of searching for nothing.
You know what? Just round it to like 250 gold each, and we'll just go from there.
I mean, technically you did find us, but you did kill my project manager.
Wait, the kobolds were in on it?
Of course the kobolds are in on it.
It makes sense they take orders from little kittens.
Well, dragons are in short supply, buddy.
So wait, they're in on it, but they use you for food?
No, they don't use us for food. How else do you think we find potential targets?
Wait, so Haas are paid for you guys for no reason?
Yeah, so technically we need our money back.
And then
first,
some, yeah.
and then some.
It's almost like you guys haven't travelled in the Feywild before. Didn't they warn you about grifters?
From here, I just wasn't.
Yeah, I was
straight.
gonna say they kind
Listen
of gave
here.
him up pretty easily.
Listen here, puss. Pay up, because there's more than one way to skin a cat.
Canny.
You were silent this entire time thinking of a pun, weren't you?
No?
Canny, you bin chicken. Anyway.
Hey! He's not a bin chicken, thank you. I've learnt that that's offensive, any form of, like, trash panda and that. So what's your tongue, cat boy? I give Rick a little nod.
When the racist friend picks
one
someone up
ally.
on being racist.
I'll make you a deal. Are you
We're not
willing?
here to make...
What do you mean you're not? Are you willing to make friends in higher places?
Network.
Everybody needs, every good adventure needs a small foothold into the more nefarious workings and dealings of a city.
So you just told us you lied to us once, and you want us to now trust you to not lie to us again.
So, do you know who you're talking to? I'm sure I've bumped into many and upset many, many people who are nefarious. I step on a lot of toes around here, thank you.
Look, we can help you out. And, cross my heart, hope to die.
You've
I
got
promise
9
you I
lives.
won't lie. You have
Fucking
my
chance.
word.
I want his last breath.
Look, you have my word. If we go into a business dealing, I won't skin you.
How exactly is your word good?
Make a fair promise.
He is going to pay us.
And I can get Tony to give back the money.
Oh, give back
As
the
a-
money. Yeah, sure.
As a gesture of good faith.
Okay.
So what other benefits do we get from this then? What, we don't tell people about your little scheme and you give us our money back that we're owed anyway?
Dude, cats can get in anywhere. You need spies? We can organize it. You need burglars? We can get it done.
I'm just going to look at Rick at this point.
The only thing we don't do is we don't deal with caves and we don't deal with bats. It's a no-go. Don't like flappy things.
Honestly, at this point, it's up to our resident anti-criminal activity party member.
Yeah, Rick doesn't like criminals. I don't really want to step on his toes here by agreeing to agreeing to have criminals.
I'm not going to be part of any of that deal. Just get him to pay our money. Otherwise, yeah.
Right. So that'll be 7 platinum back, and what was it?
You paid
225
7
each.
platinum for these assholes.
To be fair, originally they were going to charge me 15, but I managed to convince the other kobold for less.
So just
What the fuck?
What is their deal exactly? What do they want from us? Because they're offering like super teleporting spies and cat burglars, and what exactly do they get out of this deal? That's alright, don't answer all at once, everyone.
I thought it was posed towards Tegan.
That was posed towards anyone that actually knows.
So Tegan.
Yeah, I was just making sure that I hadn't missed something there where they told us what they wanted. God, what do they want from us?
Why don't you ask him?
I think he said just basically that he's not going to pay us the bounty, but he'll get the money back, and then they'll be our spies. I figured that's what it was.
Because I mean, like, we don't all
Some
have
money
to...
for spies, kind of thing.
So essentially you're saying that you are not going to pay for the bounty, and in exchange we get spies and burglars.
Well, no, Breeze basically told them that they made a contract. They've got to abide by it. She's right. I mean, Fey law
Yeah,
and
but
all.
he's trying to change the terms of the
Yeah, I
contract.
don't.
He's trying to-
Yeah, I don't think that's how it works.
I just want my money. I don't
Pay
care
up.
about anything else. Yeah, pay up. Give us a goddamn money.
I think that they'd be useful, personally, but if people
I
also
think,
some money,
I mean, I think it's a good, like, personally, I think having some burglars and that's a good idea. Like, I mean, let's
No.
haggle with them. I'll give up my cut for some burglars and spies if we need them. Like, that way, Rick, you don't have to be involved. You guys get your money, I'll give up mine.
Not happy with this.
why?
I think it's less about trading the money away, Blake, and more about being in bed with criminals in general.
What laws have they broken?
I'm sort of with Breeze, and I look at the little man. What laws have you broken?
I mean, they just talked about burglaring, but okay.
Yeah, I've done some burglaring too.
I don't.
Yeah,
Don't say that.
just pretend you
Say that.
didn't hear that, Rick. Pretend you didn't hear it.
I mean, guys, we're all adventurers. We don't always walk the pretty white line of the law. That's why we're adventurers and not cops.
Well, don't admit that you're doing illegal shit to the guy who upholds the law as a fucking hobby.
Well, it's also he doesn't really have jurisdiction here, and I'm just letting him know.
Justice doesn't have borders.
You just killed a man. You're not going to jail, so
No.
Rick, back me up. That
I'm
I mean,
not going to jail.
if we're here
You
to
know what?
enforce the law.
You know what? You sort this out. I'm gonna go get cleaned up. I don't want to know. And Rick will walk off.
I don't care what y'all do. I just want my money. Yeah. Crisis will also walk off after Sosh.
Well, I guess.
Sorry,
All right.
kids. I think that I've decided. So
Well,
money it
hold on.
is.
Hold on,
Well, now
Breeze.
that they're gone, we're taking this deal, right?
Yeah, like Breeze, like you said it was a good idea. Don't you think it's a good idea?
Yeah, I just don't want to piss her off.
Yeah, but I mean, we can just give them their share of the money.
What you like? And she walks off.
Asa? Cat spies?
Personally, I don't really mind if you want to sacrifice your cut for it, but I don't think anyone else is going to agree if they're in the know. You know, like just
Okay, little
don't
Catman.
tell them you're doing it.
Pay the others. I will forfeit my money. And I understand it's obviously not as great of a deal as having to pay absolutely nothing, but it's still a decent chunk of gold you don't have to pay.
So you're happy for the deal that you get our services?
I'm willing
In
to
exchange
give up
for
my cut of the gold. So instead of splitting it 5 ways, splitting it 4, and they all get paid, and you can keep my money for your services. I understand that that's still not the best deal, and that it's not what you're after, but it's better than paying all of us, isn't it?
And you're happy to meet with the leader to prove that you're willing to deal with us?
Oh,
you realize the more cryptic you are, the less likely we are to accept this deal.
yeah.
Well, as if you don't know there's a cat lord.
I didn't know cats wore overalls and spoke 5 minutes ago, but
Oh,
Here
says
we are.
the fox man who walks around in whatever
I've
that
got
is you're
tails.
wearing.
I've got tails and ears. Thank you very much.
I've
Don't call
got
me a
tails and
fox man.
ears.
You also were pretending to be a cat before.
Yeah, and you never pretend to be a fox?
I mean, look.
We've
I
all
don't
got
re-
our kinks, buddy.
Oh,
Wait, this was a kink thing? That's kind of weird, man.
I don't want to kink
You know,
shame,
public
but it's a
consent and
little
all
bit.
that.
Look, I'm gonna be completely honest here, little cat man. I am not a big fan of the feline species, so I don't have a lot of patience for this. I don't want to meet your cat lord right now. I don't want this to be a two-way street. I'm not doing you a favor. I'm foregoing in a payment that you owe me because you agreed to it
And
for
you
your
don't think,
services.
and you don't think by interrupting it, you might have interrupted something we were doing that might have affected his plans, and considering the length of the operation we're going for, you don't think he's going to be
Damn it, I
more
keep
powerful
listening.
than me?
I keep fucking listening. Arthur, please deal with this little overall cat before I skin it alive and eat it.
Alright. Pay up.
Well, I got to get the money from Tony to give it back to you.
Yeah, I'm talking about the reward first.
What, you think I carry that kind of money on me?
Carry overalls, apparently.
225 for the cats that were
I
listed.
would like to slip one of my little coins into his little pocket, please.
Oh, God. Yes, put your hand in the cat pocket.
I slip a little coin in there, I put him down, and I go, whatever, I'm expecting my payment. And I turn around and follow Breeze.
All right, 225. He looks up at you, Hasa.
Yeah, 225 per cat.
Yeah, you're not getting 225 per cat.
That was what I was told was the agreement.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm being perfectly honest. They told me, and I'm repeating it.
I'm happy to give you 300 even and promise not to tell on you that, tell the cat lord that you messed everything up.
I'm not
What?
scared of a cat, Lord!
You're not even here anymore!
I'm
He
still
can still
within
hear.
earshot.
He is within earshot.
I am assuming this is excluding the payment I've already sacrificed.
No, I'll give you that money back. You caught me in the trap, so I'll give you money back. It's only fair.
Good. So the money back plus the 300 plus your silence.
Yeah.
Understood.
All right. Pulls out 300 gold. Hands it over.
Alright, I'll take that.
Puts his coin pouch back in his pockets and saunters off.
Tiny little pocket. I don't need to ask whether you know where we're going then? Or do you expect me to follow you?
Oh, so you... No, I'll make sure it ends up back at your room.
Yeah, out of character. To clarify, the listings, we should have known the pricings.
No, you
Yeah.
never discussed it. You were supposed to...
We did, because Baby was more, because we were told that, I think Baby was like 250 or 300
Because
because
he was the one.
desperate.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was the one who lost
He was-
his girlfriend's cat, and then the others were
lost
like
his other cat.
150-ish.
We were given prices for each of them,
Oh, yeah.
and it was definitely more. Yeah.
Right, so, retcon. Fucking Hasa does know the prices.
See, you turned around and said, "Oh, well, no one. It doesn't say." So...
Yeah, because James is a fucking idiot who doesn't remember shit, Tegan, but
You're
the
not the-
others do.
No, they didn't, because they confirmed that it wasn't written on the listings.
It wasn't written
None
on
of
the
them.
listings, but we remembered it. It was like technically in game. It was like an hour or two ago. So
Yeah, you're
it's
playing
like-
with player versus character memory here, Tegan. Come on. Like, you're the one with all the notes. We don't always remember right off the bat.
Well, he also said to you 300 even. Like,
Yeah,
for
which
all.
is incorrect. Which, if Hasa knew the pricings, which apparently he does, he wouldn't have agreed to.
The thing is,
I would like to spend a story point.
we don't have a story point. Yeah, no, this is the thing. In character, you have agreed to it, though.
Yes, before I found out that my memory was incorrect.
Okay, so you want
Like,
to...
Hasa is not an idiot who has a bad memory like I am.
Okay.
So yeah, if he offers 300 flat, then Hasa would have been like, as far as I can remember, 300 would cover 2 of them.
So what you're saying is you want to go back and now meta it. Because retroactively you've remembered.
I think there was just confusion at the time because we were all sort of debating it about the exact price, but I don't think it's us being meta. It's just
The
Well,
characters would
people-
remember, we wouldn't.
but the
Like,
characters would
it's
remember.
been
That was-
a week or 2 since we got the fucking listing. Yeah, out of character. It's been like a week or 2 since we've acknowledged that information.
Okay, so you want to go back and retcon that whole conversation and figure it out again.
Basically, he would have, if he, like, Hasa would know the pricings in this circumstance, and he would be like, no, 300 would cover 2 of them. The other was insert price here that I've already forgotten because of this fucking conversation.
Okay. So he's going to look at you and be like, yeah, but you want to 300 even, and I don't tell my boss you ruined our whole operation.
Do you mean your illegal operation?
I mean, who's to say it's illegal?
The fact you attempted to kidnap me.
I mean, you would have come willingly.
Really?
I mean, we wouldn't have stopped you from leaving.
Right, so if I see you in the middle of the street and you're just walking along and I grab you, move you to a new location against your will, but then I put you down and let you leave, that's still not acknowledging the initial kidnapping. Like, you would still be kidnapping me.
Roll me an insight.
Insight. $18.
He looks legitimately confused by what you mean by kidnapping.
We saw your little ritual Had I kept walking, you would have transported me without my consent.
Yes?
That's kidnapping. And is illegal.
I mean, Fae have done it since the dawn of time.
Yeah, people have murdered each other since the dawn of time. It doesn't make it legal.
He looks confused by what you're meaning by illegal.
Tegan, I swear if this is some kind of out-of-character meta fact that somehow there's no such thing as kidnapping in the Feywild, and I'm not aware of it.
No, it's the fact that, yeah, it is a Fae practice to transport people. It's not that it's not illegal. Technically within Corkwood it is. It's a material plane run city. But as a Fae, he doesn't understand what you mean.
Right. In this city, as a material plane run city primarily, there are laws against this. Even if you weren't aware of it, you are still breaking the law. So,
Ominous music for this speech.
so you pay us the required funds that you have promised already by Fey law, and we will not report the attempted kidnapping.
Oh my god, roll for lawyer.
Alright.
So it would appear that, sir, we have reached an impasse.
An impasse. You gave your word that you would pay the required costs. That's what those contracts were for.
Yes.
So the impasse is that you don't want to fulfill your own word.
Oh, I'm happy to pay you. If you return the cats to their owners, as indicated by the contract.
Uh-huh. Really? Well, seeing as you are the owners...
I'm happy to give you what I'm worth.
Fucking Blake.
I just want someone else to see this, because you are the brains of our operation, and you're arguing with a cat in overalls.
Uh-huh. By terms of the contract, we have to return you to the Adventurers Guild. They will return you to the owners. That's up to them.
Alright. I'm happy to pay for me. Please, escort me to the Adventurers Guild.
Just let me eat the fucking cat. Let me big bad wolf this motherfucker.
You know, I could always just give you back to the others. I'm trying to make this an amicable business negotiation in which you have promised payment.
I'm
You're
saying
trying
I'll
to back
pay
out
you.
of it.
No, I'm saying I'll pay you if you fulfill the terms of the contract.
Okay. And what about the others?
What about them? You're the adventurers who signed the contract to return the cats.
Yes, I'm talking about you just saying that you were going to pay for me to return you. What about the other cats?
That's for you to take up with them.
Fine. And seeing as we're going off of wordplay here, I never said I let go of the leashes.
Okay, you haven't let go of the leashes.
We continue to the Adventurers Guild.
Like, you watch as Hasa starts leading the cats away from you.
Breathe.
I'm going to get on my radio that I have.
Crisis
gave me.
Yep.
The cats are being difficult. I'm taking them to the Adventurers Guild to turn in.
Guys, the cats are taking Hasa. Guys?
No, it sounds like Haas is taking the cats.
If I can get some accompaniment, that would be nice.
I mean, he was.
I will go with Hasa because I just want to see this done.
Okay, so Crisis, you're going with Hasa?
Yes.
Rick has at this point vanished.
So it's just me holding Breeze's wrist in the
Middle of the street with a moth and a death
She would
eye.
have shook you off. Like, she's not going to just let you. And she was going to keep on walking. Where's the dream guy? I thought we were going back to his place.
Oh yeah, he, with everybody like stopping, he's kind of like stopped a reasonable distance away to let you figure out whatever you're figuring out.
Okay.
I guess it's up to you where we go, Breeze.
Nothing's up to me. And I'll speak to the dream guy and I'll just say, would you mind just quickly popping with us to the Adventurers Guild? And then we'll come right with you.
Well, I mean, I've got residences at the university, so if you want to meet me at my residence...
How about, Blake can go with you because he wants to shower. So, in fact, no,
And
I'll just come with you, if that's okay.
I mean, of course it's okay. You want to come?
Okay.
I can...
But no peeking while I'm in the shower, Breeze.
You don't have to worry about that.
Oh.
It's a bit of a weird statement, but all right. He kind of leads you away. So Crisis and Hasa, you go to the Adventurers Guild with the cats. As you get closer and closer, Mr. Scrumps is getting grumpier and grumpier. All right. So, I'm happy to pay you two for services.
Right. Glad to hear it. And just to clarify, which services are you referring?
The prescribed services as per the wanted posters.
Right. So that is, and this is James out of character asking, the prices on the organized contracts?
The prices on the organised contracts, which are the contracts you signed, not the wanted posters. Lost posters. I believe Baby was $250. Mr. Scrumps had put himself at $150. And the other one you had was Kevin. Poor Kevin.
Yes.
Poor Kevin. You can tell just with the writing and everything like this. Poor Kevin put himself at 50 gold. That's how much Cal loves him, apparently.
Uh-huh. Right, so 450 all up.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for keeping to your word.
Yeah. I'd be watching yourself, fish boy.
Have a nice day.
Puts his hands in it, shoves his hands in his pockets and starts to saunter off. As he does so, you watch as he phases out of existence.
I might recommend you don't list any more of those and look back to the the person manning the counter.
Bug's just looking at you going, because he is so confused as what is happening. You just walked in with a leash full of, like, a whole heap of leashes full of cats. And you've just let them go.
I haven't let them go unless they're like finally leaving and teleporting away. Like,
No, you've still got them on a leash.
okay, cool. Then he's gonna keep the ones that aren't like going full scrumps and standing up and putting on their overalls and shit. Like,
Oh, they're not going to do that here.
all right.
To his
I found the-
indication, Kevin has laid down on the floor like a cat that's been put on a leash that is very reluctant.
Oh, okay.
Made it look like you've dragged him the whole way here.
Right. All right. That's the 3 for the contracts, 450 total, and then found pretty much a bunch of other ones while we were looking.
Bug's looking at you and he's like, yeah, but we don't have contracts for them.
Oh, no, I know, but from where we recovered them, we thought it might not be best to leave them there.
What do you want me to do with them?
This is going to sound very harsh, Bugs, but not really my problem.
Don't let them go here.
What do you
Feed them
want me
to
to
the
do?
kobolds.
Just release them again?
Yeah, just...
The kobolds are just going to grab them again.
I mean, fine. He calls over one of the kobolds. Take these to the pound. Someone will claim them, I guess.
I'm almost certain someone will.
Hey, you watch as the kobold, Blake was the kobold who was manning the desk the night before, comes and, sorry, Blake's not there. It's Crisis. Sorry, I'm getting confused with everybody. Still, it's kobold from the night before. He takes him and he's holding him at arm's length and he's like, You're almost fairly certain, Crisis, he's just going to take him out the back and let him go.
I care less.
Okay.
Right, 450 for that, and yeah, have a nice day. Don't list any more of those cat posters unless you verify with the owner that day, please.
All right.
Because, yeah, scam.
The clock's ticking on those other 2 quests you took.
No worries.
All right.
And we go back.
Okay. You make your way to the university. Meanwhile, at the university, Blake, you are led into Sasha's quarters, and it's a very weird, eclectic place. There's kind of a green tint to the windows and the pillars that lead up to the beams on the roof. Some of them have ivy growing on them and plants growing on them. Some of them have mushrooms. It's kind of got a very...
I must stop you there. Before I even step foot in this place, I am stripping down to my boxers and leaving my clothes outside.
A few students who are walking past are giving you an eye like, what are you doing?
No, don't worry about it. I need a shower. I don't care about these kids. I don't really care about this room. I am stripping off and I'm going straight to the shower.
Okay.
I walk in, I'm like, Sasha, shower, which way?
Sash indicates into a bathroom. He tells you to ignore the fact that there are pots of things, watery things growing in there in various hues of pinks and orange and lurid green. He goes, don't touch those algaes. Trust me, you don't. I mean, do if you want a good time. Don't if you want to live.
I just want to shower. I've got my backpack and I'm just in my underwear to the shower.
All right. I'll look after your lady friend.
Don't do anything weird.
Like stripping off in a hall full of kids?
It's not the worst thing I'll ever see. I mean, I'm not that much older than them either.
I mean, you're still illegal. I'm not going to get into the ideas of it.
We're having this argument through the door. Like,
Go have a shower. All right. There's a towel under the sink in there. He turns back to you, Breeze. You're standing in the middle of his room. Like I said, there are mushrooms growing on pillars. There's various vines and whatnot growing as well. There are strange plants everywhere. The walls that you can see have a deep verdigris green paint on them with all these gold-leafed symbols over them. The floor appears to have a thick plush rug on it with lots of pillows in various textures. You can see velvet, you can see plush, shaggy pillows and whatnot of all varying sizes. And he comes back and starts pottering around on a workbench that's there, getting together a number of dried leaves and jars with various ingredients in
it. Thank you. Your home is quite lovely. May I sit?
Oh, of course. I didn't expect you to stand. So, as he's pottering around, I couldn't help but notice you seem to have a very rare lace on your skirt.
The glamour weave?
I just recognize the design. It's the moon silk, isn't it? Moon silk moss.
Is this something I should know? Is that our character?
Oh, I'm making it up as I go along, so you can play
along.
Oh, okay.
I can make it up. Okay, I can make it. Okay, I just didn't know if this was something I was supposed to know. Because I was like, well, yes, it is.
Yeah, the design. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's from the Eladrin course, isn't it?
I'm sure it's many places. I mean, I'm sure many cultures have their own interpretation on this particular.
Oh, well, sure.
But this specific one, yes.
I mean, sure, but I mean, the last time I saw it, I was visiting in the summer court with Archdruid Tide Runner. Isn't it? It is Tide Runner, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, his last name is Rook, but that's his title, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I was just making sure. I'm like, I'm not getting that wrong, am I? Good, sweet.
Oh, so you know Huss's family?
Oh, yeah, we go way back.
Oh, he was really weird and cagey about knowing you.
I mean, he shouldn't be. He did take 2 semesters of my classes.
Oh, he said that he didn't know if you were capable of drugging people and removing their kidneys.
I mean, I am. I don't like the word drugs. I don't technically drug people. It's teas and tinctures that increase an alleviated state to allow you to work through your subconscious.
No, he did say that you were more of a healer than anything. So
yes, I can't do bodies. I can't do physical bodies.
Oh,
but
that's
I can.
A shame.
I deal with stuff going on in the old noggin.
I see. So when you help, because you indicated that we should all take some tea.
Oh yeah, my potions and stuff, and the particular tea that I was going to give to your friend. It does allow, as long as they are willing to share their memories, it does allow for lucid conjoining.
Lucid conjoining. Well, that's the name of a band. Okay. And what if we take it though, and then he shuts off from us?
Well, have fun walking around in your own subconscious doing who
No,
knows what.
thank you. Can I leave? Like, if you see that we've not been lucidly conjoined, could I have some sort of antidote?
Oh, yeah, certainly. I can bring you up out of it if you want. Or if you just want a decent, really nice, deep relax and sleep. I can induce it further so you actually enter into deep sleep. But, you know, it's...
I've been sleeping on the floor a lot randomly and then finding out there's beds nearby, and I don't know, I think I'm...
Yeah, I remember
know.
my days back in my old adventuring days. It happened quite a lot.
Yeah, quite a lot. It's strange.
There's over time there's been a blurred line between reality and the dream sometimes. You know, sometimes they're nightmares I wish I could forget, and then I remember it was reality.
Yeah.
Worst
Sometimes
festival
there's
ever.
beds I wish I could remember.
Worst festival ever.
Oh no. Oh, it wasn't that Dominion festival, was it?
Oh God, no! This is way long before that
It's been
hack.
going on for a while.
Long before that hack existed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've seen much better musicians than... Oh, don't even... What's he calling himself? Veil?
I don't. But I mean, it's not just him, the festival. There's other musicians.
Oh, but if it was about the other musicians... I remember back to the old Mountain Sounds days. It was a brilliant time. I'd absolutely loved it. It got to listen to all sorts, like, you know, the Swearwolves and all. Oh, God, I loved listening to some of those kind of bands and whatnot.
Owls. My mother liked their music.
Oh, yes. It did lots and lots of... Oh, God. I think I had a poster around here somewhere. It's probably a bit old now. But yes, no, I'm talking about... Oh, it was 1 year I went to... way back before the Starfall. I went to Ash's... a place called... the Starfall. Yes, it... Oh, I forget.
But I know what the Starfall is. I know
would know what the
Starfall is,
Starfall
right?
is, yes.
But that was like a really long time ago. Right?
At least 10,000 years, yes.
Oh, you before the Starfall, you but that was about 10,000 years ago.
Yeah. Back before the Starfall, you know,
Okay.
I joined a group of friends and we went to a place in what was in the Earth realm. It was called Ash's Briar. I was traveling with I was traveling with an ancient turtle. Great guy. You know, I don't believe the stories they tell about him in the temples now. He's much cooler than that. He was much more fun and relaxed than, you know, they kind of try and tell. Although, there are some things, and you watch as he gets this haunted look. Some things I wish I didn't know about him. Nope.
Okay.
I can't look at cows the same way again.
I think that I sees the haunted look and tries to change the subject. Oh well, Ted, you remember before the Starfall, you don't look a day over 150. What creams are you using?
Archdruidry. It tends to happen, so, you know.
Yes.
You know, preserving yourself with psychedelic mushrooms.
Should have got into that line of work myself. Huh.
I mean, it's not too late if you want. I can teach you.
Oh. I've heard you're an excellent teacher.
I mean, I do try. But, you know, I did have to argue for a long time with my traveling companions of the time. They kept thinking that my teas did certain things, and like I said, they're just healing tinctures. They don't... I mean, I'm sure there are those out there that would use them for nefarious purposes, but I'm not one of those people.
I mean, you don't have to keep on defending yourself. I haven't heard rumors about you dragging people to sleep. I mean, you did say that that's what you do, but for healing purposes.
Well, that's exactly it. It's a legitimate business. So, you know, I mean, yes, I found my purpose and my line of work in it, and I, you know, was drawn a different path. I mean, I could have ended up as one of these ascended gods that they all talk about. But where are they now, right? Am I right?
Yeah, so all your friends ascended to godhood and you're making tea for
Well,
randos?
technically the realm witches did. And I, like I said, was drawn down a different path.
Okay. And the realm witches, they're your friends? Were your friends?
I knew Nation, yes.
Are they evil?
He's not good and he's not evil. He walks the balance in line. He can be capable of great good, as he's a god of balance and order, as indicated. But when I knew him, he was down his path as a monk of tranquility. But he did like to attend cage fighting on Thursdays, on Fires Days, so... And, you know, he liked to balance. He liked balance. You know, he would go to brothels and talk to them about, you know, spiritual things and, you know, maintaining their own happiness. And then, you know, go out on Sundays and the like and write the Turtle Sutra. All about balance, that man.
Oh, okay. I'm sure balance was heavily involved in the Turtle Sutra.
I wish I could make up these stories. It was not me.
I know.
War flashbacks, war flashbacks, war flashbacks.
Somebody sounds happy because I can hear like Blake whistling like in his clean song. Oh no, he doesn't have anything to wear. His clothes are filth. I don't suppose you have spare robes?
Bursts out of the bathroom like Kuzco. The fun has arrived in his silver bodysuit.
Oh yes, he has that.
It's in a proper suit now. I've set one thing to it so far.
Okay. So he has to do cartwheels
It's in I'm in a lovely dress suit now with a vest, no jacket, a nice black vest, black pants, nice dress boots, and a white button-down shirt. On my right arm, there's a band with a golden fox face on it. My sleeves are rolled up to the elbows, and my hair is back in a. I've got it back because it's all wet. It's back in like a bun at the moment, like a high knot.
You're very dapper.
Thank you. It feels good to not be covered in shit.
We were just talking about the Turtle Sutra.
The what?
Now, where are the others?
I only heard like every second word. The shower was quite loud. The what? I have so many questions.
The Turtle Sutra. Basically, a set of tantric exercises that the turtles perform.
Okay.
Yes. Many of them were discovered on Fire's Day in the Fire Temple.
Makes sense.
Yes.
You mentioned gods too before?
Of course.
I might become his student.
You gonna become a druid?
Okay.
Oh, I love that for you. Higher education and whatnot. Not that you're not smart already. I just.
No, it's okay. I have no direction or path in life, and I'm a bit of a loser, just wandering around. So yeah, but maybe not. Maybe I can be a cool druid.
I don't think you're really a loser, if I'm being honest.
I mean, I just lost a negotiation. I just lost a fight with a cat.
Yeah, but also, I don't really think that. I'm pretty sure Hassel lost the fight with the cats too. Like, he's the one that is not here right now.
But he stuck it out. I walked away.
Yeah, well, I feel like a real winner really knows when to admit defeat. Like, those cats were wily. They were, and also very annoying. Like, why was that one wearing overalls?
Kevin wasn't annoying.
Kevin was adorable, yes.
Everyone, you've heard it here. Kevin was adorable.
But, like, that Snuffles or whatever his name was, he was kind of a dick. Like,
Mr. Scrums? Yeah.
That's it. What a wank stain.
Well, Antoine Ducaste, as he's really known.
Is he really? He wrote his own. Oh
Yeah.
my god. I'm kind of glad we didn't go back with them. That would have been a nightmare to explain to Bugs.
As you discuss the ramifications of losing a fight to the cats, and Hasa and Crisis are heading back.
Wait, where's Rick?
Oh, yeah, I thought Rick was on his way here.
Rick is not with you. Rick, where are you right now?
Well, having going cleaned up, I've headed to the One-Eyed Oak Tavern.
Okay. Takes you a bit to walk over there. You do miss Hasa and Crisis on their way back, crossing paths with them, but you don't run into them. As you enter into the One-Eyed Oak, what are you looking for?
Just having a look around. I'm going to pick out, not in a corner of the tavern, but just sort of off to the side.
Okay.
I'm just going to sit there. Because I don't know who I'm looking for, but they know who they're looking for.
This is true. So, as you're sitting
Was that
there...
tonight?
What?
What time is it? I thought his meeting was tonight.
It's about 4:30.
Okay, it's 4:30.
So, as you are waiting, Rick, eventually you see a young gentleman enter. He has a slight pale greenish hue to his skin. His blonde hair has green tips as it brushes against the top of his coat. He does seem to have a number of leaves and whatnot in his hair. And you can tell that even though he's walking in and he's wearing what appears to be a large trench coat, a hoodie under a kind of a leather breastplate, he looks very uncomfortable to be in clothes that are so informal. This is what he looks like. Just sending him to you via Discord. This is what he looks like. He looks uncomfortable.
Okay.
Like he's not used to wearing clothes like this. But as he stops and his eyes scan the room, he notices you sitting in your little corner. Comes over. Were you followed?
No, I made sure.
Good. So I'm sure you're wondering why I invited you here. As he takes a seat.
Has piqued my curiosity.
My employer is concerned that the target might get into trouble. Trouble they can't get out of. Would you be interested in lawful employment?
I would.
We want to make it clear you are not to intervene on the target's behalf. It is important that the target has full autonomy and only step in if necessary. Is it understood?
Understood.
Good. If you need to contact us, and he puts down a etheric communicator, our number is programmed into it. What are your terms? What are you willing to put a price on it for? Because this is an open-ended job, I'm sure you're aware.
$200 a month, plus expenses.
Define expenses. From our watching you, you do seem to have a taste for liquor.
That's been cut back.
I'm glad to hear it.
I'm talking about just meals.
All right, we'll As long as you're in the Spring Court, we can organise that your lodgings and your meals are paid for. And 200 gold a month.
I'd like half that sent to this bank account.
You slide the paper across to him.
Yep.
We can do that. As I said, your absolute discretion is necessary. The target must not know.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
Good. Well, how do they do it on your side of the rift? Shake on it? He holds out a hand.
Done.
I'll have a quick scan around, then I'll shake.
Pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Rake. Have a good day.
My pleasure. Don't worry. They're in safe hands.
And he leaves. And on that note, we will take a quick 5-minute break to go to the bathroom, get drinks, and things like that. So we will see you back here in 5 minutes. And we are back.
G'day.
Welcome back, everybody, to the craziness that is State of Anarchy, Session 18.
Oh, look at that fox.
We have learned that Blake does not like cats. Apparently, it's a racist thing.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm not the
Well,
one out here committing hate crimes. Looks at
So-
crisis.
Yep. God, I can't wait to introduce Blake to some of the Corkade. You're going to love it. However, Rick has made a business deal with somebody, and Harser and Crisis dealt with cats. They were thinking about cats. So, as time passes, I'm assuming everybody is reconvening at Professor Sash Valradan's residence.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Valcor to go, yes, I am too.
Yes, I am too.
Okay. Well, we never know with Rick.
He'll head
So-
there.
So, eventually there is a knock on the door, Breeze, as you and Blake and Sash have been talking about a variety of things, including, and not limited to, deities, turtle deities, the Turtle Sutra, the many uses for Fog Cloud.
We definitely had an argument about gods in there at some point because he doesn't seem to believe in them. He's like, oh, where are they? They're not here. Bitch, my god was here like a week ago. He saved me from being dumb.
And he would clarify that it's not that he doesn't believe in gods, it's the fact he doesn't believe in the validity of ascendant gods.
He probably knows your god. He was probably friends with him.
Does he know my god?
Yes.
He knows my god!
Yes.
What?
Of course he does.
Yeah,
He's an-
bitch. Get on his level.
Yeah,
I want to know
background.
everything! I'm like taking fucking notes as he tells me about what he was like when he was alive.
He is alive. What are you talking
Yeah, but you
about?
know what I mean.
Was.
You know what I like when he was around. He's like a dad that went for milk. I don't get to really see him.
God, I can't wait for you to actually meet some of the gods of this world. Jesus Christ. Okay, so
No, I don't think he's one of them.
Sasha's kind of like dodging some of the questions. He's like, it's fine, you'll meet him one day. You know. He doesn't want to give you too much because, as he explains to you, knowing who they were before ascendancy is not going to help you connect with the concept that they are now.
Understand that. I just want to know, like, did he like pineapple in his pizza? Like, I'm just here for fun factoids.
I heard he loved cats.
My hat will stand up a little bit.
He turns around and goes, well, I don't know about cats, but I do know that he and his Eladrin partner did live together for a very long and happy life together.
I know an Eladrin. That's all my input for this conversation.
Effectively killing the conversation in which there's a knock on the door and there is Arthur and Crisis.
Well, I was going to say more, and then I looked at Breeze and was like, better not.
Got your money. And he hands out the 90 gold to each of you.
Thank you. Sorry for leaving.
Priorities.
Yeah, sorry, I had to get cleaned up. I
Oh, where the fuck did you come from?
was behind you the whole time.
You are very good at that.
He just comes out from underneath Haas's coat.
We're just casually walking through.
All right, so are we all in for the dream walk? We're not in for the dream walk? Anyone need me to explain the dream walk?
I think Rick and I agreed that I was gonna stay out of the dream walk.
Nah. I think after we've had our good chats, I think it's fine that we all go in. And we just be there for Crisis. He needs
Well,
it.
I mean, I was going to go with you too.
Okay, can I be last? Can I sit my tea last?
Hey,
I
Just
mean, I'm not...
Breeze, why don't you get Mothy to keep watch?
Yeah, Mossy, could you keep watch over us to make sure we're safe?
Y'all, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I'm fairly confident if Sash wanted to do something to us, none of us here are physically capable of stopping him. Hence, the arch
yourself?
druid.
Oh yeah,
I
no.
mean,
It may not
Sash
just be him.
is just looking at all you guys. I mean, I understand where your concerns are coming from, but one, that's a very, very awkward conversation with the dean of the university as to why I have a whole heap of dead bodies in my office. Two, that is a very awkward conversation with an old friend about what I did with his great-grandson's body.
Yeah, that's.
We've been really paranoid lately.
I don't blame you. I'm paranoid all the time.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but
let's
He
just
may not be
relax
the
and
problem.
but thinking about it, Mossy isn't the best one to watch anyway. Mossy's not right. I whisper that. Is it Noctis? Would you mind keeping a watch over us?
And both must talk.
She agrees.
Oh, okay.
She agrees and settles herself on one of the rafters. Then the dandelion comes over and humps himself down on one of the cushions and just looks at you.
I'm curious. Do you think the tea would work on him?
I mean, he's a plant. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
I did it once.
And
Tentacles
anyway-
and vines do not mix with dreams.
Tea time? Question mark?
Actually, no. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
I'm just gonna use I'm gonna use them as like a bed, like a a backrest thing. Basically.
Okay, the way this works is find a pillow that suits you, that makes you happy. I got blankets over there in the cupboard if you need blankets. Find a comfy spot.
Mr. Dandy is my pillow.
Okay? Just find a comfy spot. Find a cushion. It doesn't work if you don't fall asleep. The tea helps. But you have to be relaxed. This is why it is perfectly temperature controlled in here. He waits for you all to get settled.
Yeah. Haser is going to, for the first time outside of a tavern, set his pack down and stretch his spare arms out. Finally, rid the atrophy a little.
For
You
some
have
of you,
four arms?
this is the...
That
Yeah.
freaks me out every time he does that.
I forgot about that.
What? The moths can talk? Hasa has 4 arms? What else are you people keeping from me?
I wasn't hiding that at all from you. Like, I was almost certain you were aware of that, but fair enough. I apologize
really-
for hiding it.
I'm really 6 foot tall.
Oh my
Right, can we
God.
get on with this?
Okay. Now, I do need Crisis. You're the one we're going to do the walk for, right?
Yeah.
You look nervous.
I'd be nervous too if I was going in his head. Oh, wait, we are.
Now, to explain, you're going to have full control. You are we're accessing your subconscious, so even if you don't remember at your forefront, you're going to be able to guide us through things as you remember them. However, and he leads you over to like a corner of the room. He pulls you in close. I need that for everyone to be tied in together. I need something of yours to bind it.
Like a lock of hair or something, or
I mean, if you want to drink a lock of hair, drink a lock of hair. If you want to spit in it, I
Awesome.
don't
Ugh.
really care.
Awesome. Crisis is gonna spit in our tea.
shut the fuck up! I'm not gonna spit in your tea. Maybe yours, but is there some way I can do this without spitting in people's tea?
I mean, you can stir everyone's tea with your finger if they like.
I wash my hands beforehand.
No, because it's got to be your sweat. It's got to have some of your essence.
I kind of hope he just spits in our tea, in all honesty, Haas, and everyone sees
Some
his
of
dirty
his-
fingers.
Essence. We don't need his essence, do we?
You're thinking of it a little differently, I think, Breeze.
Nah, just
I'm really
Now
sorry. I
it's-
took this private conversation. I have just
I mean-
blurted it to everyone.
I mean, I can leave it up to the group. It can be saliva, it can be hair, he can stir, it can be sweat, it can be a drop of blood. It just
Drink
has to be
this,
something. It
Young
just has to.
Midoriya.
It just has to be something that ties it all together.
all right. Suggestions?
Blood. Blood.
I mean,
Breeze just starts chanting.
blood,
Uh,
blood.
Settle
spitter
down,
blood is
princess.
the easiest to get, but if you want less pain, hair is an option. Like,
Ooh, I'm not drinking hair.
I think we're gonna go with blood. The princess has spoken.
well, we have spit or blood then. That's up to you.
I'll
Blood.
do
I wink. Like, you want
blood.
to share split with us? Okay, I thought not.
What makes you happy? What makes you happy makes me happy.
I mean, if you're really concerned and you want to do it a little bit harder, do you have something of deep significance that we can put in it? You'll get it back. It's just something that basically connects you to everybody.
Oh yeah, I'll unwind the beads from around my hand and I'll hand it over.
All right. He takes it over his teapot and he puts it in the concoction that's in the teapot.
At this point, I'm determined to believe that those beads are religious, and I don't want to think of any other uses.
You've seen me turn them into the banner.
This is kind of a letdown.
That doesn't
Breeze.
change my thought process.
So you're gonna
The
bleed.
power of
isn't
my
it?
like-
god is inside me. Anyway,
Oh,
Breeze and I are now
no.
sulking in the corner.
so he pulls out a whole heap of small small tea bowls, basically, and he pours you all some. It's a nice light green tea, but it's got a kind of shimmer to it that shifts. And he hands it out to each of you. So you're going to want to drink this and just give in to it as it washes over you. If you fight it, it's not going to work.
Okay, I wink at Crisis as I see you in your dreams, and I doubt it.
Yeah, I'm down it.
I
I do
mean,
not.
Hasa, this would not be the first time you've done this. You would have done it in his class. So
Yeah.
you know it can get real fucking trippy.
I make direct eye contact with Rick. I wink, and I do not down mine yet.
Rick downs his with a wink being returned.
You watch as, after a moment, Breeze kind of sways and softly flumps back against Mr. Dandy, breathing peacefully. And not long after, Hasa follows, then Rick. Sash drinks it and goes and sits in his comfy green chair. After a minute, he's gently sleeping. Just leaving you, Blake, and Crisis.
It's a staring contest between Blake and Crisis.
Oh, getting awfully sleepy, Crisis. Oh, why don't you get comfy, buddy, and I'll just take these plates and I start picking them up and I'll just put them in the sink while you get comfy.
All right.
All right, I do that. I pick up the leftover used drinky sip cups and I take them over to the sink. Is Crisis asleep yet?
No, he has not taken his drink yet.
Well, have your drink so I can put mine away.
Nah, it's fine, bud. We'll clean it up after.
Well, they're waiting for you. What are they doing if you're awake and they're meant to be in your dreams?
Well, I'm waiting on you.
But I'm waiting on you.
Well, I'm waiting on you.
What do you think's gonna happen here? What if they're just in the abyss now because you haven't opened up your brain to them yet?
That'd be tragic.
That would be very tragic.
It would.
I've got one thing I need to do for Rick, and you know full well Rick's not gonna have me fuck with you. Rick wanted me to just check around the office area, make sure there was nothing sus and nothing that was going to hurt us while we were all asleep, and then I was to join you. That's it. That's my whole mission here, brother.
Like, there ain't nothing here that's gonna harm us except for ourselves if we go poking around an Archdruid's house.
Not the first time I've poked around in places I shouldn't be. That's why Rick wanted me to do it.
Don't do it, because if you get in trouble and we're all asleep, none of us can help you.
I've got Noctis, and I'm pretty sure Mothy talks too now, apparently. I'm not sure. He's ignoring me at the moment.
Fucking reason. Blake, just drink your goddamn drink.
And after you. You drink your goddamn drink. I'll have a little bit of a sniff around here, make sure everything's safe, and then I'll join you in the dream world, and you can... I don't know, give me a good old pat on the back for doing a good job and not fucking anything up.
Fine. Don't touch any of my shit.
I won't touch I will not touch anything that you are the owner of. I promise you that. Anything that you solely own, I will not touch.
Okay, see, I don't like it when you use specific wording like that, bitch.
Just
I know
go
what you're
to
up to.
sleep. Go to
Don't
sleep.
touch the grenade launcher.
I will not touch your grenade launcher, I promise.
Give me hell to pay if you touch anything. And I will drink my drink.
Because it's our grenade launcher?
My grenade launcher.
Oh, let him fall asleep first.
There is
It's too late, he drank it.
a minute of watching you, and you watch as Crisis flumps back on the pillow.
Alright, now I would like to sneak over towards where everyone is. I look up at Noctis on the roof and I say, shh, don't dob me in. And I would like to take my grenade launcher and just move it out of arm's reach. I'm just gonna prop it up against the couch or something, just out of the way where Crisis can't get grabby.
Remember, the grenade launcher is strapped to the rifle, so you're taking the rifle and moving the entire thing.
I'm just moving it off to the edge of the lounge, ever so slightly. I'll take as long as I need to take to make sure I don't wake Crisis in the process. But I would like to just move it just out of reach.
Okay, you move the rifle out of reach.
All right. And I bottom up and I floof down on the other side of the dandelion from Breeze.
Okay. As you get comfy. For the rest of you, while waiting for Crisis,
Elevator music.
you are in a black, amorphous waiting space. All you can see, you're kind of like floating in this space, but all you can see in the center of what appears to be this circular room is just one singular spotlight, focusing on a figure standing in the center. They are roughly 5'10", 5'11", wearing a dark purple, almost midnight blue hood. You cannot see their features. Their hand is a pale bluish grey as they hold a staff with a lantern hanging off of the crook of it. It's a very tall staff, roughly 6.5, 7 feet tall, with this curved crook and this lantern that seems to glow with a bluish light, just waiting for you. You hang there in suspension. You realize very quickly that you can kind of will yourself into movement towards... You can see each other around this space, but it feels like time is ticking on. It's almost like time has stopped, but you can also feel that it's passing.
It's 4:30 in the afternoon.
You're not sure of how much time passes as you are waiting, but eventually you see, strangely, you see Crisis start to materialize. You can see his pale greenish skin that seems to warp and shift under the purple light of the lantern as you see Crisis melt away. And standing next to this figure, about the same height, I believe about the 5'10" mark, he'll correct me if I'm wrong in a minute, with brownish hair. He's got an undercut. The top half, which is longer, is pulled back into a little wolf tail. He seems to have a giant furred collar, hooded collar, and coat standing there. His skin turns from pale greenish to a more natural, slightly weathered human tone. As the light of the dream lantern reveals the man under the skin. And then tumbling through the space, Blake, you basically collect this gentleman that is standing in the light now.
I'm sorry, random stranger. I didn't know you were coming into Crisis's dreams. Who are you?
All right. Who am I? Who the fuck are you?
Blake, Crisis's... I don't know. I would call us friends, but I don't know if he'd call us friends. What are you doing in Crisis's dreams? How did you get in Crisis's dreams?
Who are you?
Oh my god, man. Listen, Blake, I know Crisis. How do you know Crisis?
As these questions are asking, the rest of you are being gently drawn to make a slightly more graceful entrance onto this, what appears to be darkened platform.
As this mysterious figure, would he, in the dreamscape, still have his same items that do the same things? Because this is what the dream perceives it as.
Yes, he would.
All right. As the stranger sees other people approaching, he'll kind of hold up a hand, and there's some light jingling from his hand, and he'll just kind of hold it out warningly. All right, stop. Everyone fucking stop. Who the fuck are y'all?
Who the hell are you?
He's not answering questions, Rick.
Yes, he will.
Oh, you think
Who
I
the
will?
hell are you?
Try that
Yeah.
tone with me again and see where it gets you.
Get me as far as I need to.
Well, let's just chill
I
out,
will
dude. Guys,
jangle my wrist.
stop jingling. You've got our attention. Let's not go fucking up Crisis's mind more than it already is. Like, everyone just chill. You are aware that we're in Crisis's mind, right? Random angry stranger.
I don't know who the fuck Crisis is. All right.
So how are you
I don't know
here then?
you. I don't know any of you. I don't know who Crisis. All I
I'm in
know
a state
is
of crisis.
I don't care what you're feeling. I got fights. I got to go fight and fucking win.
Well, you're not going to be fighting any fights in here, brother. You can't really leave his brain. We're all here in his dreams.
The war's not done.
Not smart enough. I do not realize that this could be Crisis. What war?
I need Nate Shing. I'm
Oh, he
gonna
knows him.
flick.
I point to Sash.
I'm gonna flick one of the bells on the jangle and take us to the first layer.
Woo! Why you do that? All of you feel yourselves shunted sideways. There is a soft crunch under your feet as you see everything around you is covered in moss and grass. All of the rocks, trees, statues are broken down and crumbling and just covered like a land trapped, waiting. Everything seems to be broken down, non-existent, while it just sits here.
Just out of character for a second. Did Sasha mention Nei Xing to Breeze earlier?
I was going to ask if this person knew who Hexel was, but I don't know.
Because we were definitely talking about him, but did Sasha mention his name?
Sash did mention Nei Xing, yes.
Because yeah, he's the turtle man. I know that much.
This place, there's not a breeze. There is.
Oh my god, Breeze is gone.
There's not a wind. There's no wind. There's no air movement. It is almost like the whole place is holding its breath, waiting, as if in purgatory.
Please stop jingling your keys. Where is Sasha?
Who the hell, Sasha? I don't give a shit. Seeker, and the figure will start calling out for Seeker.
No one by that name here.
Your ears give a twitch, Blake.
It might be.
He found me once, and he can do it again.
Whoever you are, do you happen to know who Hexel is? Are you familiar with Hexel?
Hexel?
Yeah. Hexel's Sacred Strike.
How do you know Hexel?
Because she's trapped inside Crisis. Everybody is.
How do you know Hexel? And he will start to approach. Which, by the way, he's not 5'10". He's like 5'4". He's
there
a short
you go.
king.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah.
I thought you were about to make him much more intimidating.
No, I knew I'd gotten his height wrong. As I said, I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure he's shorter than this. No, he's only 5'4". Yeah.
I was genuinely thinking you were about to make him more intimidating, and then you're like, no, he's shorter than that. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Short people can be very intimidating. So
Oh yes,
also...
but when they start shrinking,
Breeze. He is stocky, but to look at, he is very clearly human.
If he's going to take a step towards Breeze and be threatening, I'm going to step between them.
And so will Rick.
There's no
You do that, right?
need. There's no need for that.
I will drag you all to the lowest pits of hell if I have to.
Why? I'm being nothing but nice to you.
Why are you so
Do
angry?
you know?
Because she's trapped inside Crisis and she spoke to me and she said she said that I was like her, and she gave me a dagger.
My friend is dead, and I
Yeah,
watched her die.
I think you
And
are
you
too.
keep her fucking mouth out of her name out of your mouth.
How about you
Okay,
take a
fine.
step back?
How about you shut up? All right, I got more important things to do than deal with y'all.
Yo.
Seeker.
Then
Yo.
bugger off.
Yeah, bring
Get the
Crisis
hell
back.
out.
You don't have to be here. We're here for Crisis, not for you.
Who the hell is Crassus?
Where the fuck is Sasha? Sasha!
First off, it's Sash. I think. Yeah.
Where are
Blake,
they?
your ears give another twitch again as on the edges of your hearing you hear a noise in
Oh,
this quiet place.
What do I hear?
You hear the persistent footfalls of something that is steadily making its way towards you. From the sound of its footsteps, it's big. You hear the edges of your ears catch its panting as you just hear boo.
Doesn't sound too threatening.
I think that's just the DM.
No, that's what he sounds like.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Angry dude. Are you
Sent a
calling a
message.
dog?
Yeah, probably smarter than all of y'all.
Oh, y'all again. How about y'all stop insulting us all?
Why do you hate us? I just try to find out what's not making us.
Because I still have fights to fight, and I'm stuck here.
We heard this fuel before.
I think that's
I'm
what Taylor
gonna
do when it's help you.
flick the sleeping bell.
In whose direction?
Blake's.
Or just in general?
In Blake's direction.
Roll me a wisdom save, Blake.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Message in the player chat, Tegan.
Player chat?
Yeah, the Hasa chat.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a 20. I ain't going to fucking sleep.
Also, you're Fae, you can't be magically put to sleep.
I
Yep.
wasn't going to argue that, but I don't know what happens in a dream world.
You do feel this weariness kind of drag at your bones, Blake. You feel yourself yawn, but something about your nature, be it your Fae nature, the fact you've been blessed by a god, you seem to shake it off. But you can feel the tiredness dragging at you. Like you can feel it.
Wow. Color me surprised. You're still standing after that.
You try something?
He's ringing a
Me?
bell? I think he tried to put me to sleep.
No, never.
Put the bell down, sunshine.
Look, we don't want to fight you.
I don't care who you don't want to fight.
But I don't know if you ever
My
learned
fight-
to count. There is more of us than there is you. So how about we just talk about this for a second?
And the odds have never stopped me before.
Oh my god, you little angst queen. How about you just talk to us for a second and we work out what's going on?
Might even be able to help you with this fight or whatever it is.
So is your dog going to attack us when it gets here? Like, because he's on his way.
Well, that's fucking something going in my way. How about you just take him and shove him up your... And as he's saying this, he will poof out of existence. And in his place, another man will poof in.
What the hell?
Hi. As the figure poofs in, he looks very anxious. Just in a little ceremonial robe and is a half elven male, like 5'8", clutching a staff with several phases of the moon running along its shaft.
Hey, Breeze? Is this the sort of batshit insane we thought Crisis was, or is this like a different level of batshit insane?
Oh, I can actually I can help I can help you a little bit.
And God, did the dog poof out of existence, or is it still coming?
You can hear him
Oh.
coming. His footsteps are heavy, Blake.
Oh, Seeker's coming. Good. Seeker's really
Hell's a
nice.
seeker.
Seeker's a big dog. Smartest dog you ever meet. He's a very good boy. Hi, I'm Haldir, but everyone calls me Fearless. As he says this, he looks very, very terrified.
You're joking, aren't you?
No, it's a term of affection among us.
Why are you in Crisis's head? Where is Crisis?
And how many of yous are there?
I don't know. Sometimes it feels like just me, but then I brush up against someone else and I realize, oh, I know you, and then I move away and I forget, and it's hard. All right, it's been a while. But what I'm sorry, what were you asking?
How many of you are in his head?
I don't know. That was the one you were just speaking to.
Yeah, who's that jerk?
He's the
Asshole.
he's the full moon, and we're all just different phases of it.
He's the full loon, I can tell you that much.
So he is the primary and you are fragments.
No, we're all phases of the moon. Just
But he
because
is the moon, or
Is your friend gonna come back and apologize for being a fucking dick?
no, I stepped in because he would have sent you to hell, literally.
I'd like to see him try. He tried to put me to sleep, not the smartest cookie.
actually, in this realm, he might have more control than you think.
No, it's his. He's a champion of saloon, and she gave him this bracelet with the bells, and they can force death, sleep, move between realms. So yes, literally the next stop would have been hell. And he was getting really close to pushing that envelope, and I didn't think that would help anyone. Is Seeker here? I miss him.
You realize we're in a dream, right?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I watched you all lie down for a nap, and then I came to have a nap, and that's where I bumped into Angry Man 1, and then Angry Man 1 did some jingle, jingle, jingle. I think he tried to put me to sleep, but didn't really work, so I don't really think his dream bracelet's as strong as he thinks his real bracelet is, maybe?
No, it just takes a lot of willpower, and it was genuinely impressive. You resisted it.
It also, if it's magical sleep stuff, it won't work on someone like you.
I'm not too sure about that. During the Demon Wars, they were put to great use. from what I understood, but the, n- I'm not too sure if you're dreaming right now because he watched me die.
We're
And
dreaming. I'm pretty confident in it, buddy.
okay.
Maybe you're just not aware that we're part of this dream.
Oh no, could I have broken him by telling him we were dreaming?
No, I think the dream factor is correct. It's just that you weren't voluntarily put into it. If you were a part of Crisis's mind, for example, that might be why.
Something that I think was told to you, and he'll point to Breeze.
I'm sorry, what?
Sharp Tongue. She told you something.
She said that everybody's trapped.
Yes. Some of us are trapped more than others. Some of us saw the end, and some of us ended at the beginning. But
What? Where exactly are you trapped? What does it mean?
we're not trapped. You're never trapped among your loved ones, but
She was scared
certainly.
what would happen if it ended.
I mean, the end wasn't a willing choice. That was.
You're not trapped, but you're stuck?
A little bit, yes. The way we came to was an accident, but none of us would abandon each other because that's what a pack does. A pack stays together. We, as angry as he was, and I am sorry for him, but he is right. There's still wars to be fight and battles to be won. And we're not done yet. We're still the war upon the world.
You are the war upon the world.
Sharp Tongue likes to be pretentious with the names of stuff sometimes. That's what she called us back in the day.
And who are you fighting?
At times it felt like only a handful of people. Other times it felt like the world. It
And when will the war be over? When will you be done?
if people like Sharp Tongue and Blackfaith have their way, when there's no one left. But if we have it my way, if Peacock and Bowl can help push the influence, then why does a fight that can die of words have to die of blades? We will enact change. That's our solemn vow, but some of us want to turn the rivers red, and some of us just want to force a change.
What's
that
the
isn't
change
at
that you
gunpoint.
want? You seem to, at least you may not agree on how the change happens, but you seem to agree on what the change is that you want, right? What do you want?
Justice, freedom, revenge, vengeance, whatever you want to call it.
You're being cryptic. Can you speak more plainly?
Yeah, yes, I could. It's not something we want to tell. because we don't want you to tell Crisis. Because we are Crisis and Crisis is us, and we should come about these thoughts and feelings of our own volition.
Sure,
Maybe
but
we
he's
could
not going
change
to handle it
ourselves.
well.
Well, no, it's yes, no, he's trying. But sometimes it's going to happen, sometimes it won't. But we just cannot allow another battle of broken wolves.
Another battle of broken wolves.
Blackface made a deal, and it carries over from one existence to another, and now we're running against a timer we don't know exists.
What was the deal?
We don't know.
You can't ask. What was the name? Black.
I don't know.
As you're saying this, Blake, the noise of crunching sticks gets closer and closer. You can hear the deep panting of a large, very large creature as you watch as this boy, or easily a meter tall, comes over one of the rocks and lands next to you.
Aww. He's just a big fella.
Rick's got his hand on his revolver.
Stop it. Seeker!
He sees you, instantly whines, comes and nudges you.
Oh.
He sees Rick with his head on his revolver, and you see his lip curl. You see that he starts growling at Rick.
Oh.
It's okay, buddy. And Fearless will hug him with shaking arms very tightly.
Hasa, you sit there, you manifest your will, and eventually Sash appears near you.
Took your time.
Fuck have you been?
Sitting back and letting you deal with this? It didn't have anything to do with me, so I
Well,
would have intervened if things had gotten dangerous.
He tried to send me to hell, apparently.
Yes, but I stepped in.
To clarify, Sash, what are the limitations to this walk? I remember there were different stages of your lessons.
Yes, well, it's not exactly like he could send you to actual hell.
Right.
I know he likes, well, it is still a dreamscape. Whatever the gentleman, the bracelet, all of that stuff, while he had those things in life, they're still just part of the dream. They can do what he thinks they do in the dream, but you're not actually going to go where they're going to take you.
Right.
So I would have been fine?
You would have been sent to a dream version of hell.
And even then, your force of will versus his, you still have the ability to change your own reality within the dream.
So if you thought about it hard enough, you could just come back.
What am I rolling? What does will define as?
Wisdom.
No. I don't get to grow bigger.
What I think we should do is have an outsider explain what's going on, and I'll I'll scratch Seeker under the chin. Can Can you manifest a voice for yourself, or do you need someone to speak for you?
I wave to Rick and I give him a nod and a wink and a thumbs up just to let him know. It's the first time I've actually had a second.
I give you a confused and small nod back.
Hello?
Oh, never mind.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Is that really the voice that comes out of such a big boy?
Look, I can't do a really deep bassy voice. I want to do a deep bassy voice for him, but I can't do the deep
Yeah,
bassy
give us
voice.
a trinket. Give us a trinket.
I can't do a deep bassy voice. I just
There you go. That's it.
not gonna work.
Why can't you do a DKU voice?
Oh, God.
Hello?
Hello.
Good boy. The dog's talking for everyone else, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Well,
wonderful.
What's unusual about that? We've just seen a cat talk.
It's been a very weird day. I'm just making sure.
What are you all doing in here?
It's a dreamscape. We're dreamwalking.
We're here to help Crisis mend his broken brain.
Crisis is a girl.
Different crisis.
Lady Crisis. No. Our Crisis.
Looks like this. I'm going to envision a sort of like effectively a major image projection of Crisis.
Don't know him. I miss Mum.
It's okay, boy. I'm sure she missed you too.
Apparently,
Lady
these
Crisis?
guys spoke to them.
Yeah, she's doing well. She's hanging out in lanterns with that's like a ghost. Wait, are you the dog that taught Crisis not Crisis, Roland how to read?
Yes?
Ah.
Yes, he is.
So
And
Crisis is Roland.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait. I guess. If
That's
your
what-
Crisis is a person and a person is Roland, then Roland is a person, yes?
Yes and no, because I'm also Crisis, but I'm not Roland.
No. You're Sacred Strike.
Yeah.
Crisis is a whole bunch of people living in one body?
There
Yes.
So
we got tangled.
the Crisis we know is actually a person in that body, or is he the amalgamation of all the other people? Like, is he his own is he a personality or not?
I'm
He's
not
the
really
collective.
sure.
I think we don't exactly know where one of us begins and another ends. We're tangled very deep.
How did the tangling occur?
Um,
And we brush it out.
no, not something like this. I don't think anyone but death themselves could fix us. And well,
I don't think Crisis is going to let that happen.
yeah, we're not done yet, so we can't go back just yet. But we won't cheat our death. But how did you meet his wife, Crisis? She had passed on well before Roland.
Breeze's magical moth. And I just point at Breeze.
That I'm sorry, that doesn't explain a lot to me.
Well, Breeze made friends with a magic moth. I mean, I've got a magic moth too, but then we took them to the moon and teleported to another plane of existence, and Lady Crisis was there, and she is just chef's kiss to the gods for that one. But
Seeker starts growling at you.
with
Don't-
respect, dog boy,
You leave
That's-
Mum alone.
I like your mum very much, and her and I got along wonderfully. Settle down.
Did she
they
try
stop
to stab
drinking?
you?
No, she didn't try to. She didn't
Well,
like
she
me
doesn't
that
like
much.
you.
Then she doesn't like you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. She doesn't like me that much. She told me that she did the stabby on Roland because they're best friends, and I mean, she gave Breeze a knife, so I think that's like sort of the same level. Because she's like, sort of, I don't know, maybe like a passing of the torch, like stab, the people you like. I
Seeker
don't know.
looks at you now, Breeze. He comes over and starts sniffing at you.
Hello.
How tall is Seeker to Breeze's height?
How tall is Breeze?
I think she's like 5'2". Okay.
He towers over you.
Oh god.
At the tip of his head, he's almost. Wait, no, actually, he's not. He's a meter tall, so he's 6'2". He'd be about the same height as you at 6'2".
It's
Maybe
6'2".
a little. Sorry, 5'2". Sorry,
Okay.
it's a
Yeah.
little
How
short.
big do you think a meter is?
Yeah, give me a second. Math.
Okay.
We got there. My brain figured it out. Yeah, he's a.
Anyway, You seem like the goodest of good.
I am a good boy.
He is a
Go
good
on.
boy.
I can tell.
I walk through
Christy
time.
spoke to me and she do you? Oh,
I did.
You're so good.
Do you walk through time?
I don't know, do I?
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. Maybe we'll walk through time together.
It's not as great as you might think.
It gets weird.
Hey, the crisis. Is Seeker still alive? Like out? I know, like Dream Seeker's here, but is actual Seeker out there?
No, he passed away a long time ago.
I went to heaven.
All dogs do go to heaven.
It was nice.
Yeah, I saw that in a play once.
But then Roland never came. He said he was gonna, and I waited. And I
Everybody's
waited.
waiting for Roland. Crisis is waiting for Roland too.
Well, that raises a question for me. How did you speak to Crisis then? Because if she's passed on, which she willingly passed herself on several ages ago, she shouldn't be able to retain her form here.
We took him off to the. As much as he doesn't make sense sometimes, it's true. We took him off to the moon, and there was a light, and there was. Maybe it was the past. Maybe that's why we were able to speak with her, but I don't know. There were some elements of the past there. There was a shrine. There was. And I described it. It was like a tour. I described the what was on the walls of the place, like the mural and engravings and all that were there. I described the place.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the past from what you were telling us before, but it seems like those moths have the ability to change planes.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, and I think it had like, did it have like a totally engraving or something?
Yeah, there was a turtle on the wall.
Yeah, I described the whole thing.
No, not even then. I need to go, but I'm sorry for how
I don't
Roland
want to
was acting.
be annoyed with you, but I am.
I know.
Did you just say the other one was Roland?
Well,
That makes sense. If
yes
Crisis is
and
Roland,
no.
they're both incredibly angry.
No, that's not Roland, but it is.
This is
He
so
stood.
confusing.
Who you mentioned
He-
that somebody black made a deal?
Whoa!
What was the name again? Black something.
Black
His
Faith.
name was Black
Whoa!
Faith.
not black face. Ty.
Or Blackheart.
Black heart.
Fuck.
I was saying Faith. I was saying Faith.
Yeah, I know.
By the way,
I know what you guys.
No,
Yeah.
Steve. No, Steve. He did not say blackface.
Roland, cultural appropriation.
But yes,
He waited for a long time.
yes, Roland. Roland's not an angry person, but a lot of us are angry from our own grievances, and we just compile into one big ball of rage, and he takes the most of it. But Harkoni,
Crisis, roll me a wisdom save.
Doesn't sound very healthy. And I mean, I'm not the epitome. I'm not the spokesperson for mental health, but y'all may want to see a doctor. And I point at Sars.
Sasha's
assuming-
looking at him going, I did not expect whatever this is.
Told you it was a mess.
Okay, wisdom save. You said.
Yes, please.
Just fuck it. Just from because I had it from last session. Can I just go ahead and use my DM inspiration?
Sure.
Oh, not like it helps that much.
No, you can feel that Sacred Strike is... You go to speak, and it's like your voice is choked off. You can't... Whatever you were trying to say, you can feel that you cannot form the words, and you can feel your control slowly slipping away. As you can feel another presence.
Okay.
You can continue to speak, just not on the path you were talking about.
Okay. I can't say much more about that, but
What about this Battle of Broken Walls then? Could you tell us a bit more about that?
You go to speak, and you can't. Your mouth is moving, but you physically cannot get the words out.
Oh, this feels...
As you start to notice, all of you start to notice that feeling of that sideways shift as you hear the sound of running water, as the water starts to rise up over your shoes, up to your ankles,
I've
your
already
knees.
had a bath.
As you see a desolate wasteland replace all of the green mossy rocks.
Hey, the coin rat giveth, by the way, team.
I did say I was going to say it later. It's not exactly the right place for a coin rat just to appear.
You should go. You shouldn't see this, not even in your dreams.
I think I'd rather stay.
In the distance, you can see a large gate.
No.
It is a large white gate carved out of ivory. You can see a form hunched at the bottom of it, leaning against it.
Is
The water
Crisis still the friendly one?
Yeah,
He has-
at the moment.
I would like to
This
rest
is
my
just what
hand
you,
on his shoulder.
this is just what you can see in the distance.
Okay,
You can see
sweet.
a hunched form sitting, leaning back against this white gate. The water of this river washing over him, gently lapping over his knees. As you see a figure walking along the banks towards him. It is a...
As
You go.
okay, I was gonna say, as this is happening, Fearless would turn to you all one last time and say, I have no wish to see this again. I must go. May the light of the deceiver Selene wash over you, and he will fade away.
I guess that's one of the names.
In the distance, you can see the
Did he
form.
just leave his own dream, team?
You can see the form of
I need to hear about
Roland
this film.
looking weathered, worn. His face is gaunt and drawn, like he is feeling the weight of the years upon him. You can see that he's just slumped there as the water of this river washes over him. This form walks towards him. He's not a very tall. It's clearly a man walking towards him. Not very tall, 5'9", if that. He's got this kind of ethereal, teal-like glow to him. You watch as he approaches the form of Roland. You watch as he reaches down. You can see that he says something to Roland.
And I hears it.
Roll me a perception, because if you do, it's on the edges of your hearing.
Nope.
You can barely make it out. Over the sound of the water, because somehow this water is quite loud, like there's a waterfall nearby. But you do catch the words, and it is dark, gravelly. Not as deep as you would think, Blake. However, there is something eerie about it. And the only reason you kind of fixate on it is because it's a voice you kind of recognize. There's a young, boyish quality to it. As you manage to make out the words, "Find you."
I whimper a little bit and take a step back.
And you watch as he throws Roland back against the gate and vanishes, and standing in the place of this strange ethereal figure is a young woman with dark hair, dark robes. And she vanishes. All of you feel a lightness come over you, like you can feel wakefulness starting to itch at your consciousness as you feel yourself rising from this space. And as you wake up, that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Woo!
Now, letting everybody know, next week I do have some family commitments, so we won't actually have a session next week, so you're going to have to wait a fortnight to figure out what's going on with this, so I'm sorry about that. I hope you all enjoyed. And that is the end of tonight's session. So if you want to recap on this, if you want to tell us your theories, your ideas, anything like that, reach out on Twitter or on the YouTubes. Let us know what you think, that kind of stuff. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world, because I'm sure it's 4:30 everywhere. I hope you have plenty of rest. Look after yourself, drink plenty of water. Remember to eat. For those of you of my, well, just in general, but especially my neurospicy friends. Otherwise, we will see you in a fortnight. We will see you in a fortnight. And yeah, we'll see you then.
Bye,
guys.
Bye.